Okay, so getting back to the second part of the showcase tonight, we're going to do another. We're going to do a level. We're going to do an ability 11 showcasing. Now, the bot I'm choosing to do might not be like the best long-term investment, but from a power leveling perspective with the Lagoon, I'm pretty sure that I can have a lot of success rate with it. As is, this bot in particular can solo Z14 without a Lagoon. But then again, that's because I'm rather good with him. Of course, I'm talking about my baby here. For war investment, I'm not really sure if this is going to make too much of a difference. But we will showcase him in war. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade him. God, that's a pretty penny. Whew. Let's screenshot that. Okay. That's sexy. Alright. So, let's go ahead and hop in this war. Like I said, this is some cupcake team that we match, so it might not be the best showcasing. I'm going to go with my traditional war team here. I've been messing around with Motormaster in there. But this is what I traditionally use for war. It's a sack play team. I mostly center my attack around jets and stuns and hacks. I bet tarantulas can solo this one. 34,000 XP. Wow. I'm pretty sure I could wipe out almost this entire base with him, but yeah, this is really conducive, so let's go ahead and showcase him off. Now remember, he's immune to stuns while charging. Wow, that slowdown effect really does help. See what I can do right here. I seriously wonder if I'm going to solo this base with tarantulas. Oh, there's the shield gen. You know what? Just to speed this up, I'm going to deploy Armada. So basically a solo there. I mean, he would have taken it down, but I was just trying to speed up everything. I pretty much coin every war nowadays anyway because I don't have a whole lot of time. Even easy wars. I don't like missing any war really because I see it as a missed opportunity to hone my skills and continue practicing. So this one I'm going to traditionally attack with my traditional ramjet setup, sack play. Kind of an odd base. Okay, so just so you guys can see the full effect of my war team. This is normally how I attack every prime, or every war. I'll do a sack play with ramjet, and then I'll pop reflector, and then I'll drop the cut smoke with the ops low. Of course, with the hard mode effects in, with a base like this, I'll go ahead and fire Armada, trying to get some of these storage buildings out of the way. Scourge is the one bot that will take a lot of damage still. I still use him for war. I think he's still pretty formidable. He helps out with getting with that level ability 11 for him with the stuns. That can take some of the edge off for my guys. So, but the only way I think he's really effective is with AMA. I don't think he's really effective otherwise. His G1 core is nice, but for how I attack and how I like to use him, the G1 core is just not, even with Air Force reflective coating squad core that I have on Dirge, I often find that even then the G1 was not that effective. Let's go ahead and start sweeping. This is how I normally use tarantulas in my setup. I use him as a cleaner or finisher. Plus, not to mention the fact it's basically free XP as far as when you're hitting a war. Oftentimes against hard opponents, you know, most of the time it's, you know, at least 40k XP, so that's, you know, 5 bases, you know, that's 200k XP right there. So that's another reason why I always like to even hit the easy wars. So, okay, might want to go ahead and get rid of that. Let's just switch it to something else. Doop-a-doo. Kind of like the design on this one a little bit. I mean, I'm still going to wreck it, but, you know. Did he really just use the gas ball? Really? That's what he has it set to? Fucking goddamn dumbass. Put OL in the cop and I'm gonna use his gas ability. Boggles my mind sometimes what goes through some of these players' heads as far as what they think is a good idea. Maybe then again, once again, maybe I'm just an asshole, but I really try not to be an asshole, but when I see stupidity, I kind of rather blunt with it. That's one thing I hate about being a commander. When I saw stupidity, I'm like, well, you know, maybe you should try this instead. When instead I'm really thinking, God damn it, motherfucker, I need to go watch porn. Start to sweep. I mean, with Quintus, Tarantulas barely gets affected at all. And once again, I'm just using him to finish. Pathing got a little bit messed up on this one, but another one bites the dust. Now this is for my guys in Scorch Style. This is a very good war to really test yourselves in hard mode or get more familiar with it if you're not comfortable with it. I think this team's ranked like in the low 300s, like 393 or some shit like that. And so far, I've sliced through them like Swiss cheese. So, like, really, I'm being kind of lazy with my attack plan. Key thing for me, like with every war, is just remember my basics with my method of operations. A great player once told me that 90% of the battle is won and lost on the launch pad right here. And what he meant by that is that it's your deploy order and how you deploy. If you screw up your deploy or your method of operations with your team, then more than likely that's what cost you the battle. That great player's name was a living legend known as Spanky Bottom. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to side-to-side sweep to get these ops out of the way. This is actually a good base, or a relatively decent base, so to speak. It kind of defends, like I'm not going to be able to get a whole lot with this RJ sack. And sometimes you're not really worried about that. You're more or less worried about getting all the ops pulled out. I know some people prefer to swipe RJ up to 4 times. With my team construction, I really don't like doing that. I prefer to do it 3 at most, simply because of how I attack. Because I had to save those ability points for Armada, Scourge, and Dirge, because that's basically my 3-headed monster of attack. And then I just use Tarantulas as my finisher. Because after RJ does his sack, I like to have at least 14 to 15 AP to work with when I hit the ground. And one bites the dust. That design's sound and construction. I mean, it can cause pathing issues, but you know, it obviously is not that high powered, so. Alright, and time for Commander. See what we got. And no, I know I'm a bad man. I rarely, if ever, scout. The only times I really ever scout are against teams like Ark Asylum, TF Psyops, and 1 Prime. Those 3 I'll scout. Excuse me. Prisoners of War. Prisoners of War I will definitely scout. Prisoners of War definitely is one of the teams that this guy's got some good cores. I mean, this isn't bad. I might have some difficulty with this. But Prisoners of War is one team that always has really solid layouts. And Ark Asylum, too. They always usually have really solid layouts, so I'll scout them. This one might be a little difficult, so I might not talk as much. Let's go with the side-to-side sweep. Now, this is where my deploy order is going to slightly change. I'm going to deploy Armada first, Drop him right there. And so I can get a head start on these mines. Got decent ops too. They're taking a beating. Okay, what the fuck is happening to hook here? I'm actually going to use a boost. That was actually pretty annoying. He's actually got really good ops. I'm gonna go ahead and use tarantulas to sweep through here, and I'll just get him out of that hole. Since everybody's meeting up topside anyway. And at this point, it's pretty much done. Game over with. And another solid war win. So it looks like Tarantulas is pretty formidable. I mean, he already was as is. As far as long-term capability with war, I'm not really sure if that was the best decision, but overall, I mean, he's still a formidable bot. He's still a frontline war material, if you ask me. Plus, from the power leveling perspective, with events, I'm pretty sure I could put a lagoon on him, and he could, with assistance, you know, he could probably do OZ15 with Dirge. I'll probably, you know, do that this weekend, is put a lagoon on him and do Dirge in zone 15, put an XP core on him. Speaking of which, need to do that. So got that taken care of. But that was a little bit of a war showcase and a showcasing of ability 11 for Tarantulas. As you can see by my Z count, I won't be taking another bot to ability 11 anytime soon, but I might be able to do this again in a couple of weeks. It just depends if I have enough time to grind enough Z for that. But that's going to conclude the uploads for this week. Maybe looking to doing some more. Try to get back on my normal schedule next week as far as uploading every Wednesday. I got a little bit behind, and some of the videos I was making before didn't exactly turn out too well. Actually reshot that one video about, God, at least 6 or 7 times. Couldn't edit it worth a damn. It still didn't look good, and I finally went with that final version that was posted earlier. But once again, you guys have any ideas or comments, you know, just drop me a note in the comment section or message me online as far as any other ideas for videos. Open, like I said, I'm always open to ideas. But this is Vic signing off for the evening, and I will catch you guys later.